What's happening, Niagara? I'm Jeremy Garrett, and you're watching Fired Up, the show where we ask spicy questions and eat even spicier wings. We're here today at Kully's Sports Bar to promote Niagara Wingfest, happening July 27th and 28th at Lakeside Park. With me, Community Care, St. Catharines and Thorold CEO, Betty Lou Souter. Betty Lou, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me. What an experience sitting here smelling all these delicious chicken wings. So,
just to give you a quick explanation, we're going to ask some questions, and in between questions, we're going to eat wings. They're going to get progressively hotter.
Wow.
Betty Lou, how do you do with spicy foods?
Well, spicy foods, I like spicy foods. I really do, but I've watched people have very hot wings, and when they start to cry and they're trying to, somebody brought some milk one time because milk apparently is the thing that sort of neutralizes it, so it's interesting to watch. But personally, I like spicy food.
Excellent.
But there's limits in everything, right? You can only go so hot. So
I agree. I heard we've got the third one is going to be a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah, I can smell it already. So there's this distinct smell to hot spicy chicken wings. There
Definitely.
Really is. Yeah.
Why don't we hop into the first one?
Sure. That's pretty good. I would consider that sort of a little spicier than mild. Medium, maybe?
Nice flavor.
Very nice flavor. Very nice flavor. And it, it's palatable. You're not sort of mouth on fire.
No, definitely not.
Most enjoyable. But when I lived in Montreal, we used to boil chicken wings. We never ate chicken wings like this. We used to make soup out of them. And so when we came here, we were absolutely blown away that this was a delicacy because it was just considered a poor man's lunch. But now everywhere you go, chicken wings are everywhere.
People can't get enough of their chicken
No,
wings.
they
I know
certainly can't.
We definitely can't at Wingfest.
No. Oh, that is for sure. That is for sure.
As you know, Niagara Wingfest happens at picturesque Lakeside Park in St. Catharines. Everybody's got fond memories of Lakeside Park. Can you tell us maybe one of yours?
Oh, well, certainly. I think Lakeside Park, as I said, I moved here from Montreal several years ago, and having a beach 10 minutes from your house is pretty special. And going down to Lakeside Park and seeing the families having fun, being able to tip your toes into Lake Ontario, to see the ships out on the sea, on the lake. I mean, it is absolutely spectacular. But I think the thing that's nice about Lakeside Park, it's for everybody. There's something going on. There's activities everywhere. There's people playing volleyball. There's people playing in the water. There's kids. There's dogs. There's family. There's everything. There's picnics. What a great community place to be. And it's not that far. You could even walk to Lakeside Park. So many people, how lucky are we and how special is St. Catharines to have it right there.
It is a great park for that.
It is a great park, and there's bands, and there's everything, and there's activities, and there's fun, and there's Wingfest, and
we can't forget Wingfest.
No, you can't forget Wingfest. No, for sure.
Now, we're gonna hop into the second one. I hear this is gonna be a little bit spicier.
Okay.
So.
Not too bad. I should be careful what I say. This is very good, actually. That one is very good. It's a little bit spicier, but it's not uncomfortably hot.
No, still has a little bit of a nice sweet taste to it.
Delicious.
I would agree.
Yeah, I think this is one of the award winners last year or the year before, I believe.
It would have been the year before, and the year before that, they held it 2 years back to back.
2 years in a row?
Yeah.
Very tasty, very good.
I heard this year they're going to try to win that back.
Well, there's great competition, which is fun, right?
Fantastic competition. You know what? It really helps bring the community together, and at the end of the day, the money goes to a great cause.
Well, we're very grateful because it's really important for community care, particularly at that time of year, because we're sort of getting ready for back to school, and we're trying to make sure that every child goes back to school with a new pair of sneakers, a backpack, and some healthy snacks for them for the first week of school. So it's a really challenging time for us. And as you know, when kids are home in the summertime, they're in and out of the fridge a lot more, so families are finding that they have a lot more demand on their fragile budgets and stuff like that. So it's just a wonderful event. And what really warms my heart is to see that the young people who are doing it, you're one of them, who have a willingness to give back to the community. And that is very heartwarming to me, because when your generation gives back, it teaches the next generation. My generation is different than yours. And all the way down the line, I think that volunteerism is extremely important, and to see the young people doing it, not for their own self-enrichment in any way, but to make sure their community is a healthy place to live, it means a lot.
There's many places to give, and I think community care is one of those great spots that you can volunteer your time and energy.
Well, we've been around. It's interesting. This is our 100th year that we've been providing service to the people who are having struggles making ends meet. So from the very first day that Mrs. Taylor made a pot of soup on her stove until today, it's been uninterrupted services, so which is absolutely amazing.
100 years.
We haven't been able to find another food security program in Ontario, better part of Canada, that has been uninterrupted. That means from the very first day until today. But from that very first day until today, we now have 21 programs and supports to people. What started with a can of soup or a pot of soup is now 21 programs and services. So
that's impressive, really impressive. So we're going to go back, we're going to do one question, because we had a guy walk through while you were giving an amazing answer. So, Betty Lou, you have a presence that fills the room, yet so humble. I have to ask, do you mind taking a moment and bragging about what community care does for us right here in our very own backyard?
Well, I would certainly will, and thank you for that's a compliment. It really is. I hope I do it in a figurative way. But realistically, community care has been around for 100 years. It started with Leon Taylor, concerned about the soldiers coming back from the war. Did they have enough food for their families, etc.? So she made a pot of soup on her stove, took it over to the soldiers who were living in Western Hill in the wartime housing, and then it just started one thing right after the other, and then people started throwing clothing on. So what started as a single pot of soup on a stove until today has been 100 years of uninterrupted supports to the people who need it most in St. Catharines. And what started with one pot of soup is now 21 programs and services, which includes 28 employees, over 200 volunteers a week, to help us deliver the programs to the people who, no fault of their own, are finding it challenging to make ends meet.
Do you mind maybe giving us a few of those 21 programs that run, just for the people out there who don't know all the programs that community care does?
Certainly. We have food security, we have assistance with dental, we have assistance with clothing, we help people get to and from medical appointments. We have a housing security system program where we help people connect to supports and housing that they need. It's not a shelter, but it's housing supports to get people into secure housing, which is really important. We have an identification clinic, we have money management clinics, we have help people with utility bills. We make sure that people have the ability to partake in sports that they wouldn't normally have through the Jumpstart program. So there's many, many more. So anything that you would preclude somebody from living the quality of life that you and I enjoy, we have programs and supports to help that happen.
So really, it's a one-stop shop for people that are in need.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and it's volunteer-driven, and I think that's the most important thing. Because, and there's been 4 women in leadership over 100 years, which is pretty amazing, and I'm the 4th woman in leadership of the organization, and I think that's something for us to celebrate as well, because women in leadership has always been a challenge, but for over 100 years there's only been 4 people who have managed this organization over the years, so that's pretty tremendous.
That is quite an amazing track record.
Yeah.
I know we could definitely use a few more of you. If we could multiply you, we would.
Oh, there's some good ones coming along, trust me. I've got some really great proteges that I'm working with, and it's fun to mentor people and to see how they want to make a difference. And once you teach people how, they just take off. And, you know, a lot of them start with people from the chamber and I know there's lots of people in the chamber who have done young things, done things for us, and they just continue to grow and grow and grow from the JCs all the way up. And once you get the bug, it's pretty hard not to. And look at this organization that stemmed out of a bunch of people who were connected together, and what a difference they've made.
Agreed. All right, we're gonna move on to our third wing, and
Oh, wow.
it smells pretty warm.
It smells spicy.
It does smell spicy.
This puts the spice in spicy, right?
I think we're gonna be now. This is a suicide wing, one of Kully's signature wings.
Oh yeah.
Bite in.
Yeah, it's hot.
Oh. Felt that right away.
And you're not? Wow, that's hot. Ooh. Can I have a piece of celery?
Have whatever you need.
I'm told you're not supposed to drink water when you have a hot wing like that. You're supposed to take a piece of something like a piece of celery to take away the heat.
There is some heat there.
There is more than a little bit of heat. So, wow. This enhances your vocabulary, you know. There's some expletives that you could probably use right about now, and my nose is starting to drip. Wow.
I'm gonna do the water.
Oh my. That's the worst thing you can do,
It feels good for a second.
because it pushes it right down your throat. I have a friend that used to eat curry, and he told me that was the worst thing that you could do.
I feel like I'm. My eyes are starting to water.
It's my nose. I'm going to do it.
I feel that on the lips.
Wow.
All right, Betty Lou. I have to ask you in your own words, why should people come out to Wingfest this year, 2019?
Well, I think people should come out to Wingfest because you're going to have fun. It's a family day. You can try the wings. You don't have to be silly and try the extremely hot wings. There's lots of pleasant ones, and you know, there's always unique flavors that I think are kind of fun. I apologize. My mother told me never to sniff. It's rude. Wow. It's just the flavor that keeps on giving. You know,
does.
it's sort of like the Energizer Bunny. It comes at you at different stages, and
You could shut the heat off in your house and just.
wow. Yeah, that one's really hot.
Now, we've been through the gamut here. You've had the Kully's signature suicide wing. Now, after surviving that, do you think you're up for the hot wings competition this year at Wingfest 2019?
I think I'll enjoy it from the audience.
I think I'm going to join you there too.
Thank you very much. No, I think I've watched them, and to see them, and they all go up this rare bravura, and they're going to take them, and they're going to take them, and it's when they tap out that's absolutely priceless. So
Yeah.
I don't know where that one is on the scale, but I can tell you right now, that would tap me out.
Yeah.
That would tap me out pretty darn fast.
You've been a great sport. Betty Lou, thank you so much for being on the show. Well, you heard it here. Get down to Lakeside Park, July 27th and 28th, all in support of Community Care, St. Catharines and Thorold. For more information, head over to Wingfest.ca.